Grand Rising. It's good to see you. We're feeling it, and we're expanding, and we're processing, we're resting. And one day we're all going to gather around and we're going to say, what did you do during God's waiting period? As we're prepared for the next spiral, for the next wave of our journey. We got a double blast in the Schumann resonance, a lot of processing in the last 24 hours, a lot of deep thoughts, a lot of figuring out where we're headed, going back, looking through everything. What is this preparing us for? How are we leveling up? Very interesting dream. I had one of those vivid dreams last night. Did you have a vivid dream last night in this energy? You could let us know in the comments. I'll be sharing about that today. It's really an interesting time, and we're all really moving forward. We all have to move forward no matter what. And sometimes when we take a step back, it's rough because it's progress over perfect, and we at least want to see some progress, but it is important to move back sometimes to really analyze things, to see it from a different lens, from a different vantage point. Full video on the channel page when I was on top of the mountain. You have to see things from different vantage points throughout your life, and that will help you grow and expand and become who you came here to be. We gave everyone enough time to get on this world famous live stream. I'm grateful for the support. Could you kindly hit the like button right now? It helps others find this message. Hit the subscribe button. Take a look at the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed and click the bell. Select all. We have a daily video, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You could even set an alarm on your phone for a reminder that we have daily videos, because we have to do daily work. It's literally the name of the channel. It's our everyday lives. And every day, there's no finish line. We're constantly growing and we're expanding, and things are falling off our frequency as we increase our frequency to where we're headed. Immediately following this live stream, we're going to head over to Patreon. We're going to continue this message and a lot more on Patreon. We had a great time yesterday. There's yesterday's video is already up on Patreon. We'll have another one now. The link is in the description. Grateful for the support on Patreon. A new post on X. Make sure you read that post and really etch it into your mind and think about it throughout the day. And that's going to help you start to change your frequency and move forward. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment in the description. We had a double blast in the Schumann resonance of power 54 and 33. And in the past 24 hours, there's been a lot of sleeping, resting, and processing. A lot of processing, timeline processing. And you see the little circly thing going around and around. It's really interesting how the universe has conspired to put you where you are right now. You know, we think, oh, what's going on? You could feel exhausted. You could feel beaten down, battered. You know, things just aren't working out. But sometimes because of where we were, we would have never been able to get to the highest pinnacle, the highest star, if we continued on that trajectory. And now we're sitting here, and that's what the processing has been in the last 24 hours, is to sit here and realize the universe has conspired to put you where you are right now. Even on my journey, I could say, well, it's not the best thing, but when we could actually keep moving forward into the future and see a new trajectory, the original trajectory, you wouldn't have made it. You had to recalibrate. You had to go back, reset the thing, and then shoot off again. And on the new trajectory, you are going to reach the highest star. Last night, I actually have a vivid dream. And, every once in a while, I have one of these dreams that, you wake up and it really feels like real life. And I don't really wake up remembering a lot of my dreams. So when it does happen, I know it's very important. And it was funny because I was in this big auditorium. I had the microphone, and I was talking to all these people, and I was giving a motivational speech, and everyone was listening, and it just felt very empowering. And maybe that's a sign of where I'm headed and where we're all headed. in the future, but, you know, just really feeling it and feeling the crowd and, you know, just to have it as a vivid or lucid dream. And, you know, I've had other ones and it just never was anything like that before. So if you are experiencing, you know, vivid dreams in the past 24 hours, let us know if you're experiencing these dreams. People are falling off your timeline that aren't coming up with you as you're raising your frequency and vibration. This could be quite upsetting, but as you sit with it in the new energy and you could say, wow, okay, I see where I'm headed right now. And these people, again, every person has their own trajectory. And because of, you know, the vibrational interference or dimensional bleeding, full video on the channel page, others can actually, you know, kind of throw off where you're going. So it's a kind of, you know, sad, as we're in our human vessel and we have our ego and we could say, okay, not everyone is going where you're going because everyone has to pick, and there's no right or wrong to this, but some people, they want to go here. Some people strive for the highest star. And, you know, it's funny, you know, one day years ago, you know, I had a friend, he was a little older than me, and you know, he gave a good example, and he just looked at me and like we were like trying to say like, what the heck's wrong? Like, you know, what is this person thinking? And he looks at me, he goes, Mikey, some people, they just want a hamburger. They didn't want the filet mignon. They just wanted the hamburger. It was a true thing that he shared. And you know, as you go on your journey, you know, if you are striving for the highest star, you know, if you're going to the most high, there are limited amounts of things that you could carry with you. You know, they said this biblically as well. There's only so much that you could carry with you. Then it starts to weigh yourself down. You know, when you think about the world, we can't take all these things with us. And listen to the words, feel the vibration of the people. Please go to our X channel and read that post today. And think about how are people making you feel? Are they making you feel at peace? Are they making you feel a lot of anxiety? You know, how are they making you feel? And some people, they feel like, oh, they want to take all of this physical stuff. They want this matrix stuff with them. And some people, they just are returning back to more light, more energy, become lighter. It's really empowering, you know, because I'm thinking about a lot of things, and you have to have foresight. You can say, oh, well, if I do this and that, and then, oh, this is going to make it more, oh, it's too difficult, and I have to, oh, all this stuff. So you actually, as you're becoming less matter and more energy, as you're becoming lighter, you actually want to have a lighter existence. You don't really need all of those fancy things. And then you start to realize and say, like, how do I move all this stuff? So as we're really shifting, we want to become a lot lighter. This is feedback that is coming to us in this energy from current challenges and preparing you to go further down your new journey that you're on. So the feedback that we're getting, and again, sit with it. I sat with it literally yesterday. I did my workout. I came back early and I just sat here and I did some work. I listened to a few things. I rested. I took an extra nappy nap. Did you have to take a little nappy poo yesterday? Let us know. And that's how we actually process a lot of what's going on. If this message and update is resonating with you, could you hit the like button right now? It helps others find this message, because a lot of people are feeling these energies right now. And they say, why am I feeling these things? So they see this video and it helps them. Look at the trials and the tribulations of the past few months as an opportunity to grow and test the tools that you have built up over the past few years. You know, you're testing your tools. You've been working on your tools. You've been, the path of the warrior. It's a full video on the channel page. You have to know how to utilize all these different tools. And now you could look at these things and say, oh, this is not the best stuff that's happening here. What is going on here? And then you could say to yourself, well, you know what? Now I have an opportunity to test out the tools. Do I know how to utilize it? Do you know how to utilize the hammer? It's a true story. You have to utilize the hammer. So how are you, using the tools that you've built over the past few years? How are you looking at the situation as an opportunity? Once you start doing things and you're like, how can you let go? How can you let go? Because you're seeing production. Then God just smashes your life. A great shaking comes. Full video on the channel page. And you know what? When you look at all of the videos, really, you could go back to December and it reads like a book. And all these things are happening and a great shaking comes to our everyday lives. And it shakes us up. And it puts us on a new trajectory because sometimes we don't want to let go. Oh, it's a daily thing. Oh, I don't want to let go. We don't want to let go of certain things. And then God shakes us and, oh, I dropped it. There it goes. There it goes. And because of that, we're now able to go on the new trajectory. Stop selling yourself short. There's a world of abundance. The things that you really wanted are out there. You don't have to settle for the hamburger. You could get the filet mignon. You could get it. It's out there. You could get it. You don't have to settle. And sometimes we're looking around, you say, I settled for a piece of junk. This is junk. And the real stuff is waiting. It's waiting there for you. It's time to realize that your true potential, if it was a double, maybe, Jay. If it was a double. Your true potential. We have a good time here on this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. We have a good family here. This is where we need to move. And we're constantly moving. There's a constant change. It's an accelerated change. I shared this on Patreon last video. There were certain points on my journey where I went through an accelerated process. Now is another one. There's peaks and valleys throughout our life. And, we think it's going to be just a straight, and no. And then sometimes we have to go through an accelerated process in order to get to where we need. And God's like, you got to do it quick, man. You got to do it quick. So there's a lot of processing in the new energies. Remember, the Schumann resonance is connected to human consciousness, and all biological systems are influenced by this frequency. So you could be sitting around and certain things are becoming clearer to you. You're going through a reset, and things are becoming more digestible, where things that weren't so digestible before. And look at your body. What are the feeling? Go to the channel page. Look at all of the things that I have gone through in the past year. And I've shared them. And now I have now that I'm sitting here, God says you got to sit in quiet and figure it out. And you say, why weren't you able to digest these things? What was going on in your everyday life? And when you're in the storm, we have these storms that come in. You say, like, I wasn't able to figure out what was going on. Up, down, left, right, all this stuff. But now you're sitting there and you could process it. Oh, now I understand what's going on. And we are becoming a better version of ourselves right now. I love each and every one of you. Please hit the like button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Head over to YouTube Shorts. Please click on the little circle there if you're new to this. Head over the channel page. We have YouTube Shorts. Check out all of the YouTube Shorts. It won't take you a long time. They're kind of short. We are growing the channel in all aspects, so you check those out. We are headed over to Patreon right now. The link is in the description if you'd like to join us on Patreon. I love each and every one of you. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste.